Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today's going to be kind of no frills, hopefully not boring video. Basically, we know Apple's going to be bringing out the M5 MacBooks, probably MacBook Pros later this year. Now, I know it seems like the M4s just got here, but now there's rumors that Apple's going to be bringing out the M5. And that's got me thinking. I have an M2 Pro MacBook Pro. Now, my use cases are kind of unique. My setup for my MacBook is kind of unique. If I were to try to get an M4 Pro with the specs that I have right now, I wouldn't be able to, because I have the M4 Pro chip with 32 gigs of RAM and 8 terabytes of internal storage. Now, I know what all of you guys are saying. Well, you can just use an external drive. Yes, and I do have some, and I do know that. The thing is, I legitimately despise carrying them around. To me, the cost of getting the 8 terabytes, having enough storage to do literally everything that I need was more valuable. It was worth the money to me. Not everybody's like that. Not everybody's use case is like that. But now I'm going to have to start thinking about maybe going back to using a drive, an external drive, because if I want 8 terabytes of storage, now I have to get the M4 Max chip, which I don't need. That's way more power than what I need. I do photo and video editing. I do some light coding on Xcode and a little bit of Python coding on PyCharm, but that's it. I mean, really everything else I could do from an iPad or whatever. But I choose to do everything from my MacBook. Now, I do have an iPad Pro, and I've kind of really gone away from using it. And that's because I just enjoy using my MacBook so much, especially with the Mac OS 26 coming out. I'm really, really excited to try that. I have been trying out iPad OS 26. I do have iOS 26 and watch OS 26 betas. So on my iPhone, I have the public beta. On my iPad, I have the developer beta. And yes, the developer beta for the iPad OS 26 does make it feel more Mac-like. Now, do I think that that makes it more of a laptop replacement or a MacBook replacement? No. You still have the same limitations. You don't have the full suite of Final Cut Pro. The apps that I need on there are still only on a Mac. Other photo editing apps, I use Pixelmator Pro. Now, Pixelmator is on the iPad, but it's nowhere near as robust or as complete as the desktop app on my MacBook Pro. It just does not compete. So I choose to just use my MacBook. It's been a while now, couple weeks since I've picked up my iPad to use it. And I think it's going to remain that way, especially if Apple comes out with a foldable iPhone next year. And even right now, I'm still on the fence about upgrading to the next iPhone later this year, iPhone 17. That'll be a whole nother video. But when it comes to the M5, I might actually upgrade. And there's literally one reason why I would upgrade. And it's also the one feature that I have from my iPad Pro that I always want to have it around. So my iPad Pro is super portable, which you can see here, the 11-inch M2 iPad Pro. Super, super portable. But the killer feature for this is that it has cellular. And that's something that I really, really value. Now, if I could do the full thing of Final Cut, if I had full Final Cut on here, where I have my plugins, I have everything. If I had the full thing of Pixelmator Pro on here, if I had Xcode on here, if I had PyCharm on here, then yeah, I wouldn't need a MacBook and I would use my iPad for everything and go the cellular route. But those aren't on the iPad. and cellular is not on the MacBook. Yes, it's easy enough to just use the hotspot on your iPhone, but it's not as fast. It's not as fast as having direct cellular connection to your MacBook. And rumor has it, Apple might actually be bringing cellular to the MacBook Pro lineup for the M5. And that's the one killer feature that will make me really have to choose, do I want to upgrade or not? I love having cellular on here. There's been a lot of times where I have to bring my laptop with me, or I have to bring that with me to get some work done. And that just is the determining factor. Which am I going to bring, my laptop or my iPad? Well, I'm bringing my iPad because it's got cellular and I kind of need that. So that's the biggest thing. Is it going to be a beautiful display? Obviously. Would I love to see them bring tandem OLED to the MacBook Pro? Absolutely. But the screen is still really great now, and that would be literally the one feature. Is it going to be faster? Yes. Is it going to be more powerful? Of course. It'll be way more powerful and faster than what I have now. But I am looking forward to seeing if we get cellular. And if we do, then I might upgrade. What about you guys? What MacBook are you running right now? Is it a MacBook Air? Is it a MacBook Pro? If they come out with the budget MacBook, kind of like the 12-inch one that they had a few years ago, are you going to get that? Because it's going to have the iPhone chip in it. I think it might be the A19 Pro, A18 Pro, one of those Pro chips for the iPhone. So I think it might be the same chip that's going to be in the iPhone 17 Pro Max. They're going to put that in a MacBook, and that'll be the budget MacBook. So they'll have a budget MacBook. They'll have a budget iPad, just the regular iPad, and then they have you have the iPhone, and then you have the iPhone E. But there will be budget options across the line. Now, don't get me started with the whole iPad lineup, because I think they have a couple of things ass backwards with that. But who knows? Maybe they'll get that straightened out and fixed, because that's going to be another video. But let me know. What's the one thing keeping you guys from upgrading? Or if you did upgrade to the M4, what's the one thing that really made you want to upgrade? Did you come from an Intel chip? Let me know. Put it down in the comments. And as always, guys, hopefully you like this video. Please like, subscribe, smash that bell when you get notified, so you get notified of new videos. And yeah, I'll catch you later, guys. Bye.